Or do you think that the practice of these principles can protect us from, let me use the word, evil people?
Yes, definitely. What's the use of practicing principle? The principle will build an aura around you that even the evil arrows, like you call it, cannot penetrate.
Oh, really?
Yes. And why we practicing principle?
But we see good people die. We see good people die. You know.
What is that?
Okay, you probably
you
call
come to a level of understanding when death is no longer anything. We are so scared of death because of ignorance. So what is death? We are here crying.
Yeah. You probably call it a transition into another world.
Yeah.
I believe that's it.
But the person who dies, how do you know he's not rejoicing and saying, "Oh, finally, I'm back home"? How can you come and play game and play and enjoy the football, and then you come home and then you feel that you miss football? It's just a stage.
If, like you said the last time, and of course I agree that we all have a purpose here on earth.
Mm-hmm.
Now, somebody who comes, and you mentioned that when somebody comes to this earth or to this world, you know, that's because you have the belief that that person has lived before in another world. Mm-hmm. And now this person is coming again for a specific assignment. Mm-hmm. Right? But when this person is here on earth, I'm sure a lot of us do not even believe that, you know, we have lived a certain life before and we're here to probably right a certain wrong or to fulfill a certain assignment. We just go ahead with our daily lives and, you know, how do you know if that person who passes on has fulfilled purpose, especially when you feel
What's
like
your business? Focus on your race. Why are you judging?
Because not by this is something that, you know, could happen to anybody. It could happen to me. It could happen to a loved one. Mm-hmm. You know, we are all striving to live a good life, and that good life also entails fulfilling our purpose.
Yeah, I think I get you. You are saying that death will just cut the good life that he has worked so hard for. Probably he cuts it, and then he's no longer there to enjoy it, and therefore it's something bad. It hurts. Why go through all of this when death can come anytime?
Yeah, and what makes you think that person has fulfilled his or her purpose?
First of all, it's not my business whether he has fulfilled his purpose or not. What is my business and what I know is that the one who sent him and the path and spiritual concept by which he came is not handicapped and helpless to save him from the death. All right? So judging the situation by my limited capability is just punishing myself. What if he came for that death and he has fulfilled that purpose by that death? You didn't get that?
Yes, I did.
So, no, I don't think you did. So what if no, it's just because we're on this part of the world, and then we see things. What we see is so limited, and therefore we cannot fully comprehend by the little that we know. For all you know, the person who died is happy that he died, and he finally returned home, and therefore, and here we are, crying and feeling sad and feeling, you know, he's probably laughing at, "Oh, that was me. Look at how I played it. Look at Uyo. Uyo, you didn't do that right. Oh, you did that right." And then it's a different perspective completely. It's not like we are carrying it on our head and we are dying, and, you know, it's a different view. It's a different, I mean, that little you knew will now become, wow, is this really it? Anyway, I do not intend to go delve deep into that. Let's come back here. So, what makes you think that that death is not the real purpose fulfilled? The savior of, in Christianity, the man who came to save the world, when he died, when he was publicly executed, that was not even regular death. Like you would have the firing squad of today, that was what happened to him. At that time, there was no firing squad, there was death by crucifixion. Did he not suffer? Did he not die at such a young age? Did he not weep? But that was the purpose. That was how he came. I mean, that was all he came for. At the end, at such a young age, when in Nigeria, actually, you are just starting to get into life. He had already completed his work and he had died. So, and there are so many people who have been here to live good lives, and by 45, they had already done their job and they had gone. So, the point I'm making is we should also begin to think, not just limit our thoughts to, it's a wicked word. He died so suddenly without reaping the fruit of his work. We can expand that to also include that it is possible that these few years he lived, he has achieved the purpose and he's gone. So rather than weeping and feeling sorry and feeling that there is somebody who is the angel of death and just coming into the world to disrupt the orderliness of the universe, yeah, we shouldn't be thinking like that. We should be thinking in the line of the controller, the owner of the universe is in charge and he knows what he's doing, even though we do not understand everything. So death, you come to a level of understanding, like I was trying to explain, when death becomes nothing anymore. You are no longer afraid of death. Because things will be explained to you. You will see. You will see that at some point, you will see it will be revealed to you. But for now, just sharing from my experience, death is nothing. What you should be more worried about is your stay here, even if it's just for one day. How can you make that count and make a contribution by your presence here? So that even in death, it can still be said that, oh, that little difference resulted from the practice of principle, what you call hard work. Hard work may not necessarily be hard physical work. There's also spiritual work. Work into physical, right? So we should be more concerned about how do I make my impact now that I'm here, not about not about anything. The focus should not be. And then once you can conquer that, because everything we have to experience, even for us, for people that live long and not complete the assignment and finish. All right. The explanation could be that these people who complete the assignment fast, they just came, knew what they already had reached some level of perfection, and they just came, completed the assignment, and then they went back. Compared to somebody who still has so much work to do and has to stay here long enough to become old, and then in the which means the real work was not completed in 33 years, was completed over 80 or 70 years. So from that perspective, we that are living old, and then of course we see, oh, blessing, prosperity, you live old, and from a different perspective, it would just be that we need more work on ourselves. That's why we are living here, to perfect, to try and at least call reasonably before we I'm not sure all of that is making sense, but basically that is nothing. You are just returning home. You are just transitioning. You are just being lifted from this place of labor. So